In this video, I will make you learn how to make the Keema Naan at home, which is better from the restaurants. It involves the 3 steps. Step 1 is the preparation of the naan dough. For this, take 4 cups of all-purpose flour, add salt to taste. Then add some AJWAN, also known as CAROM seeds. Add 4 tablespoons of dahi and yogurt. The recipe of the dahi and yogurt you will find on my channel. Mix the yogurt well in the dough and add a little water, slow and steady, and make a dough. Add a little water, then make a dough, add a little water again, then knead the dough. Finally, when all the flour bind together, then at the end, add some oil and knead the dough. So I'm adding some oil on my hand and kneading the dough. It will separate out all the flour from the sides, and the dough should be a little soft when you knead it, so as shown. Then add finally some oil in the bowl and then cover with the oil and leave the dough for 4-5 hours to get ferment. Step 2 is making naan filling. I am making naan filling from the chicken. Take a pan, add 1 tablespoon of cumin seeds, then add 4-5 cloves, which I grated the garlic, 15 to 20 grams of grated ginger. Mix it well, saute for 2-3 minutes. Then add chopped onions. I am taking 2 small onions. If you have having a 1 big onion, you can use 1. So saute the onions a little bit, then add salt to taste. Add ½ teaspoon of red chili powder, 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder. Mix well and cook for 3 to 4 minutes. Once the masala release the oil, then it's time to add crushed tomatoes. So I'm adding 4 teaspoons of crushed tomatoes. You can also add the fresh tomatoes, around 1 or 2 fresh tomatoes, and then green chilies to taste. My recipes are always the mild spicy or medium spicy recipes, so I'm adding the green chilies according to that. Then add 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, ½ teaspoon of garam masala. Mix well. And once the masala bind together and release the oil, then it's time to add the ground chicken. You can buy ground chicken from the market, or you can make a ground chicken from the chicken breast at home in the food processor. So mix the ground chicken well with the masala. It will take 5 to 7 minutes to cook the chicken and the masala, so that the ground chicken will turn into white and separate out. Mix, cook, and it will take around almost 7 to 10 minutes, right? Once it's separate out, once it's half cooked, add the green peas. And add some fresh coriander leaves. Mix well and cook for another 7 to 8 minutes. Cover with the lid and let it stand for 7 to 8 minutes. Now all the chicken will release some water into it. So now we need to evaporate all the water from the keema. We need to cook this for another 10 to 15 minutes. By the side, I'm just separating out the ground chicken. Once the keema is nearly to be cooked, then add 1 teaspoon of meat masala for the flavors. Now we need to evaporate all the water and cook for another 10-15 minutes. So we need to dry all the water from the keema, otherwise it's hard to put into the naan, right? So it's very important. You need to dry up all the water until you see that the oil is released and no water inside. So cook until then. Then leave it on the side and let it cool down. We need the completely cold keema to add to the dough to make the keema naan. Step 3 is making keema naan. For this, after 4 hours, the dough is look like this. So I am making a small balls of the dough. Now take some flour. Cover the dough with the round dough with the flour and roll it down. We need to roll halfway. Then we need to add keema on it. I'm adding a little more keema because I like more filling in my naan. So if you see, I'm adding a little more quantity of the keema, and then I roll it up and cover the keema with the dough and make a ball out of it. I press it down. Again, I dip that into the flour. I press it down, making it flat, and roll it again. Roll it nicely to have keema spread all over into the dough. So if you see the keema, you will see that it is covered in all the naan. When you are rolling this, in the meantime, you start your oven and put on the grill setting, on the high grill setting at 500 Fahrenheit. So once it's heated up, put your rolled naan on the pizza tray or any kind of tray you have and grill it and keep on watching it until it's golden brown on the top. Now we need to cook the other side of the naan. Turn upside down and put back into the oven. And if you see that now both the sides are cooked very well, so your naan is ready. Now we need to put the butter on the naan, which gives a very good taste. Once you butter up, cut the naan into the slices. And it's good to serve with any kind of pickle. I'm using a chili pickle and the mango pickle. So this naan is very good and very soft, and you can try my recipe at your home. If you like my recipes, please don't forget to subscribe my channel and click the bell icon to get the updates on my videos.